Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. So as you could see from the title, today we are going to talk about my first impression on the Astrhori 80mm f5.6 lens. I got this lens in one of the contests that Astrhori has done, and I got on L mounts because so I can use with my Leica SL. The setting that I decided to go with this specific case is to go black and white. I use it actually twice, once color and once in black and white. And I have to be honest, the first time I used it in color, I didn't get so many pictures that I actually liked. And that's because one of the difficulty of the lens is sitting on the focusing side. But let me explain you better. So this lens has the specialty to shift. But the good point is that it's not just shifting up and down, you actually can rotate it and keep shifting in practically 4 positions. Up and down, right and left, and diagonal. And what caused my first mistake on taking the picture in color is that I mistakenly utilized the focusing approach on the lens, saying, okay, the red arrow that I can see on top of the lens, I will select, for example, 0.6 meter in focus, so the zoom focusing approach, and then I can see 2 other white bars. So I say, okay, whatever is within these 2 white bars, it's in focus, or at least that is what we usually do when we approach a zoom focusing on a lens. We select what's our aperture. On the lens itself, we see what's the range in meter or in feet that our subject is in focus, and then we simply go shooting. That was the error, my mistake, because again, the lens being capable of turning, not just shifting, but turning, kind of made it unclear to actually see what's the main position for the lens and understand what's the focusing part. So what I did in my second attempt in black and white is, okay, I will put the lens in the start position. So I can have the red arrow that is on top, and whatever I will turn the focusing ring, the red arrow will practically cover the whole range. And with that in mind, I say, okay, let's set up, for example, 0.6 meter or 1 meter, and let's go shooting. I had to admit I also had more chance compared with the first time to look at the viewfinder and focus on that way as well, because the first time was during the photo walk, it was raining, I had umbrella on one end, my camera on the other, and that's why I relied on the zoom focusing without really looking too much on the viewfinder. But luckily again, I gave it another try to the lens, and I'm impressed. I really like the results that came out from this Astrhori 80mm lens, and I feel like the f5.6 aperture and the focal length of the lens is actually really interesting for a street photography approach. It allows us to get close to the subject and still a shoot, still a picture, and keep going without being too much noticed. This camera using the electronic shutter is extremely quiet, and you can see if I have battery. Yes, I can try to take one picture. I took, so no sound at all. And so I really feel like this is a positive discovery. As you probably know, if you follow me, I really love the long focal length, 85, under 35, 90 millimeter, and so rediscovery focal length like this one. It's interesting to reapproach the street photography from a little bit different perspective. Quality-wise, the lens, it's all metal, it's great, it's compact, of course. It's similar to, not a pancake, but it's a really small lens, so I feel like it has a right balance also with the camera that is relatively big. The SL, it's a big camera. It has this shift feature that I didn't use too much, if I have to be honest. It allows you to have a little bit different perspective on the subject in front of you, so it could help for some specific shoot, but I didn't see the benefit on the architectural picture. So having my buildings straight. That's what actually a lens like this is doing. Probably there isn't enough distortion, I don't know. From the position where I tried to take some photos, there wasn't that distortion where the shift could have actually benefit the lens. What I like a lot is this kind of vignetting that is producing on a full frame camera. At the beginning I thought, okay, this one can only work on APS-C, and whenever I actually shift, I will have a really strong vignetting, but that's not how it is actually. So there is really this small vignetting around that, in my opinion, give an extra point on the picture itself, because help the subject to focus on what's the viewer, to focus on the subject of the picture. It's extremely cheap one, and I feel like Astrhori is really going on the right direction with these lenses. I actually have few of them. I have another 18mm for the Micro Four Third. I have the 85mm that is a tilt one. I have this one. And I have their other products as well, as you have seen in the channel. And I can always say that the quality of their build it's really great. They are trying something different from the normal lenses that you can see on the market, because all of these are a little bit special because they have tilt, shift. I tried the fisheye, the 18mm pancake. Well, as a pancake, it's a little bit different one, but again, I really like the idea of trying to be in the market, in a really saturated market, because there are lots of these lenses maker on the market, but try to do something different for us, and let us having a new way to express ourselves through photography. I didn't use this lens on video. It's something that I will continue doing. I'll continue to use and test, because I'm going to Kyoto soon for Ted Forbes workshop, and I need to be relatively light. I don't want to go with too many gears because it's not so much convenient. So what I want to do is having this one, the 18mm, and the 90mm Elmarit, I think is the name of the lens, with me, so that I can go both ranges and keep enjoying some street photography while helping Ted and David during their workshop. But yeah, I'm really happy on the lens itself. I don't have so many L mount lenses, as I mentioned before when I used the 85mm from Sony. And I mean something that actually helps you to rediscover photography, regain pleasure on taking pictures is definitely something important. Again, I was a little bit skeptic on the focal length, but I really appreciate that. On the other hand, I feel like it's an interesting one, and everyone should at least try to find what's their best lens, yes, of course, but also what's something that could challenge your way of taking pictures. Well, that's all for me for this first impression. You saw the photos, I like them, I like the blurry one, I like the sharp one. The lens again is impressive, just to be 5.6 aperture, but the results are really great, I like them. I will reuse in color, despite I love, of course, how Leica is rendering the black and white, but I will be using color to figure it out again how the lens could perform. But because of this, please let me know in the comments down below if you have any specific requests of me for testing out the lens. And if you have tested one of these Astrhori lens, write down in the comment which one is your preferred one. I know that there is another 18, but with f/.8. This one allows way more light, but I feel like not always it's more than enough. I had a high ISO. Nowadays camera can handle ISO without problem. So from a pure light perspective, I feel like we still have lots to play and gain from lenses like this. Plus, again, it's really affordable one. So if you start building your L-mount lenses, definitely consider this as an opportunity to enjoy street photography or other type of photography on a budget. Why not? Again, good results, good for your pocket, so win-win solution. That's all for me for today. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you stopping by, leaving comments. I want to hear from you. What's your experience with photography? What things you can share with the community? If you have any question, again, not just on the Astrhori 18mm lens, but also other cameras or lenses that I have reviewed in the channel, or suggesting me, oh look, you should look at this, or you should look at that. I will definitely try my best to provide my opinion and discuss with you on what's going on in the photography and videography field. Thank you for watching, and as usual, till next time, stay click. Bye!